Hey Bengals, thanks for tuning to, oh, ow.
What are you doing? There's BTV.
Hey Bengals, welcome to BTV, the all-new,
all-fresh
feature show.
CCSD has made a new policy that started on September 17th that all students grades 6 through 12 must wear their ID at all times while on the school campus.
I think the policy on for student IDs is a good policy. One, anything that's designed to keep our students safe, I think is important. And as a teacher, we want to know who is supposed to be in the school and who's not supposed to be in the school. And so them wearing IDs or having IDs to me is a good thing.
I think it works pretty well. It's like the same thing that I did last year for my middle school. It's like not a big difference at all, so it's pretty easy. You just wear it and it's like that, so.
If a student wants to lose their ID, they run the risk of having to pay for a new one or getting sent to the SSO.
I think it makes them feel more comfortable on campus, and knowing that every student's been identified and there's not strangers walking onto campus that are unidentified. It just creates a more safer culture on campus.
I feel like it is necessary. I feel like it is important that we are able to identify each other, and if not, then bad things happen. But as far as the IDs that we have to wear, it's all good.
I'm Miss Ellis, and I am in charge of Apex, which is credit retrieval here at Bonanza. And my weekly advice is when life gets hard and things seem to be not going the way that you would hope, that you just take a minute, you step back, and you just breathe and until you feel like it's right.
My weekly bit of wisdom is respect is most underrated trait nowadays. It's one of those things, the more you give, the more you get. The more you give, the more it grows and the more it spreads.
Mr. Sessa is the theater and theater technology teacher. He got into education because I love teaching and working with high school students. I want to share my love of theater with my students, he said. Some of his hobbies are comic book collecting, reading, and movies. His favorite part about high school was theater and choir, and he hopes to one day go to Greece and see Athens and the Acropolis. His favorite film is the 1968 version of the Planet of the Apes. I love science fiction, and this is the best movie, he said. A fun fact about him is that he's been teaching for 30 years and is not ready to retire yet. He is also a father of twins. Mr. Christensen is a myth and folklore instructor, creative writing teacher, coach for the varsity quiz club, as well as the archery team. He is a self-proclaimed world's greatest living educator. He got into education because I began volunteering for schools as early when I was 13 years old. I like to serve my community and help kids and families achieve their dreams and aspirations, he said. Some of his hobbies include music. I play jazz mandolin on Fridays, hippie jam band music on Saturdays, and drums when I want to know my neighbors, he said. His favorite part about high school was the many extracurricular opportunities and the relationships he got to form with his peers. He hopes to one day ride a hodag through the northern regions of Wisconsin. His favorite film is The Great Muppet Caper because he says it is a cinematic masterpiece. The plot snaps along without being dragged down by exposition. The performances from the Muppets were flawless, and the scene with all the Muppets riding bicycles in the park is a miracle of practical effects, he said. A fun fact about him is that he is a passionate advocate for conservation and the appreciation of undeveloped natural places. Miss Ricks is an art teacher currently in Portable 8. She got into education because I felt like it was calling on my life. I graduated from Bonanza High School in '99, she said. Some of her hobbies include making art, cooking, and reading. Her favorite part about high school was her English teacher, Miss Reef, and she hopes to one day see the Kremlin in Moscow, Russia. Her favorite film is Stellar because she loves physics and science fiction. A fun fact about her is that she loves teaching art and is thankful to be at Bonanza High School.
Good morning, Bengals. It's your anchor, Liana Sandoval, and today we're going to be interviewing what is your favorite superhero and DC or Marvel. Here we go. So, who's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
And why is that?
Because he's just a Spider-Man.
So, Marvel or DC, and why?
I would say Marvel because I think they're way more cooler, you know?
Mm-hmm. My favorite superhero is Batman, clearly. Look at my senior backpack. Batman's just a W. he's rich, handsome, and he has money.
True.
So that's always a plus. Yeah.
And then also Marvel or DC, and why?
I go with Marvel. Yeah, Batman is my favorite superhero in DC, but Marvel movies are just better. Except for like new Marvel stuff. Nobody watches those. But like all the old stuff. That's what
What is your favorite superhero?
Black Panther,
Why is that?
because I really appreciate him and I like watching his movies a lot.
Alright. And what is your decision for Marvel versus DC? Who do you pick?
I pick Marvel because I really like their movies way better than DC, and I feel like they come out with some better movies.
I appreciate you.
And Mr. Norton, what is your favorite superhero and why?
Probably Iron Man. You know, I'm a big Marvel fan, and so I remember back in 2005 when the first Iron Man movie came out, and I fell in love with Iron Man from that point on, and so he's my favorite superhero.
That is super cool. And do you pick Marvel or DC?
Definitely Marvel.
Why?
I mean, Marvel has the greatest universe.
Okay. And that's all the time we have today, Bengals. Hope you enjoy your next segment.
Hi, I'm Coach Abbott. I coach PE and coach baseball here. Here's the joke of the week. Why did the baseball team hire a singer? Because they needed a good pitch.
It's a nice day today.
It'd be better if I didn't fall, man.
Don't be sore. There's always next week.